I'm sorry, I've got to say this straight away with fucking Kaito's card. Like, Galaxy Eyes, Cipher Dragon, that is fucking broken. That right there is a broken ass card right there, and boy, they are gonna have to do some shit with that, I think, when it comes over to the TCG or something like that, because like we've seen cards being changed before, especially like, of course, like people know exactly with like we've seen with the Dark Rebellion Dragon, we've seen stuff like changes like that. We can't have that because that's a more broken version of Big Eye, and even people thought Big Eye was fucking broken. So where do I even start with this one? Is that we have straight up for an entire episode a duel between Kaito, Sawatari, and Gongenzaka. Now I was like Sawatari actually hasn't had that much of a track record when it comes to actual dueling, let alone fucking winning them. So it was nice to see actually these two dueling. I was like, I kind of forgot really about Sawatari's cards for like a while. I'm like, I don't even know, like for the longest I was like, I don't even know what his deck does. Like I was genuinely thinking, it's like, it's been so long since I've seen him duel or kind of remember about it. It's like I genuinely remind like about like, you know, his like comedian group Big Star. I completely forgot about those cards. I mean, while it was nice to see with Gongenzaka, he was able to see the Steadfast, or as they're also known as the Super Heavies in the anime. Like definitely some of his cards on that were being brought to the table. I really did like the Saratoga B. That was a pretty goddamn awesome card that once per turn it was able to destroy a card and do 500 points of damage. I thought that was really good, and Kaito was really bringing in the fucking pain in this one, and I love the new cards that he's got known as Cipher. Now he isn't actually running the Galaxy cards as far as we know, or the Photon cards as he was mainly known for, although he still has his certain Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. So far, as we've seen in the duel so far, we haven't actually seen him use any of those kind of Galaxy cards. Alongside that, we haven't seen any Photon cards going in here. Now, my best bet is like probably what's going to go on if they are going to nerf this dragon, or if they aren't. Then the only like actual legit reason to actually like you could use this card and it has the same effect is that you have to use Cipher monsters. That's the only like legit way that you would be able to get around this mess. And like not make them Cipher like real monsters, not making that good, but even still like with the cards being like level 4 and level 8, it's kind of taking the same sort of route that Kaito's original deck from Zial was taking, as it very heavily focused on the level 4s and the level 8s. Like he was using a really good combo where he was able to use 2 Cipher monsters that were coming out. They actually had 1400 attack points, and they were able to double their attack points when there was 2 of them on the field. Combining it though with his Cipher chain, which was like if any of them are destroyed, they either that's it, they're attacked, you know, game over or that. And then also as well using this Cipher wall, where basically it was like you can't deal effect damage to him and they're not destroyed. It was working as a good strategy, and it was pretty much, it was a combination of Gongenzaka's kind of like, you know, defense kind of cards, combining it with the situation as well with Sawatari, that he was able to bring out some of, like, I believe it was like a weird like ogre shield that gave them like 300 extra defense, and they like he even used a trap card in the meanwhile to actually stop him from XYZ. Like I liked that part. It was like, you ain't fucking XYZ at all. Like get the fuck out of there like that. You ain't using any level 4s. And then just when he summons the last Cipher Wing, it was just like, who said I was ever doing a level 4? I'm doing 8, motherfucker. Because when you like sacrifice one of these like Cipher Wings, you're able to actually be able to turn them into level 8. That's kind of cool, because that was the one problem that I had a lot of the time with like a lot of Kaito's cards. I still use Galaxies to this day whenever I have like an actual play. If any of the cards I would like use and all that, 2 of the classic decks I go back to is a Galaxy deck, and also as well my Gladiator Beast deck. Although the Gladiator Beast are more my personal favorite deck, and this is one I actually still, you know, run with. Because guess what? They still fucking work in the current TCG. Outstanding there, it was like one of the biggest problems I always had with especially the Galaxies and the Photons was always trying to get the levels 8, trying to get that Galaxy Eyes out, and then trying to get Neo, then, you know, also as well trying to get the Phantom Dragon, like trying to get a bunch of them out, and it was a very hard deck to work around. It definitely had its ups and its downs, but one of the biggest problems is especially that when Xyz was like heavy, you know, like Galaxy Eyes was kind of good because it was able to get rid of those material, but now that, especially with like the Arc 5 cards, they've split them up a lot. It's like, we've got cards for Fusion Guides, we've got cards for Synchros, we've got cards for XCs, we've got Pendulums, like, so it's definitely not as strong as what it originally used to be. But when you bring out the Cipher Dragon into it, oh my fucking god, that card is broken. so far. So far from what I've seen of that card, that is an OP fucking effect. Being able to take over one of your cards, like being able to take it over and you don't have the penalty of like not being able to attack, including as well with that like actual Cipher card that you had that was doubling attack points, like that would, like they both had like 6,000, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this combo is fucking really good. Because like, oh, I could just, it's like, say for example, oh, like it is turn all that, I'm just going to summon some big fuck monster that's just going to pound everything to the ground. And I happen to have, oh, I'll like summon out like one of my like galaxy wizards into this situation, and I'll bring another monster that's able to turn itself into a level 8 into this. Like that's one of the best things about like the galaxies back in the day. So you could just bring them out the way, you know, just able to do it like that. It was super simple, and you could be able to do that stuff with some, you know, it didn't work all the time. But just imagine doing that. Oh, 2 level 8s. Oh, here's my Cipher. Fuck you. Want the dragon now? Oh, I add to that spell card to double 12k of damage. And if they can't stop that, they're screwed. Which, you know, just an MST there, an MST there. Feather duster if that wasn't banned. You know, just like clean the field of their fucking like spells and traps. It's just, whew. I love the card. I love it. As a massive Galaxy Eyes like dragon, like Kaito was like honestly the one thing that kind of got me more to watch like Xiao, because every time I heard about it, it was like, yeah, you have to wait till you get to Kaito. Kaito's the best part of the series, and I really didn't like a lot of the start of like Xiao, and I didn't. There were some moments, but it was especially that got me hooked into the show. And then kind of after like Xiao season 2, there were some good parts that here and there. And then it started to drag, and then bullshit started approaching. But overall, I thought this was a good duel, and now that Yuya's now about to get involved into this duel, he's going to have his own single one-on-one with Kaito. I'm excited to see that, because Kaito doesn't exactly trust anyone right now. Saying like, oh, he's changed and all that. He used to be a very nice, like, kind person and all that. And last time I saw him, he was right. He was still kind? Like, after everything, like, after the fucking academia had just destroyed everything. Look outside, Yuya. The fucking place is on fire and full of rubble. Oh, he might be a little bit pissed. It's all blew up my house, I'd be fucking fuming. Like, I understand the guy, like, considering that all the people that he loves and all that, probably his family members are dead. Everyone that he's loved is dead and all that. It's like, and like he's like the last survivor, and like every waking day he has to deal with little snotty-nosed bastards coming in and going, oh, you're gonna kill some more people and turn them into cards. I feel like he might be a little bit triggered. I feel like he might have PTSD or something like that after dealing with this situation. I'm surprised the guy even wants to still hold a card. The only negative I could actually say about the episode is that the animation I did notice on their faces was a little bit off at one point, and the other part was like, I really wanted to see the visuals for the new ending. I really did. Like, I'm really excited. I hope this isn't just a case of just going to be promoting the movie, because I love this ending song so much. I really like it. I've been listening to it a lot, and this isn't anything on the episode itself, but I can't, like, honestly, I just skipped the opening. I just didn't care for it. I've listened to it for about, like, maybe 10 times, and I've been like, I think there's something to this, but I'm not enjoying it that much. It's honestly, we just had Kirifuda, and, like, having Kirifuda, it was like, I knew I wasn't going to like the new opening as much, but I don't know, there's something about this opening where it's like, there's nothing really too much about this opening that makes me want to really continue listening to it. The ending I'll fucking listen to. I listened to it like 3 times before like I finished like, you know, doing this video, but it's like, and even especially editing and all that, of course I'm going to be having like some like songs in there, but it's just, I don't know, something, guys. I don't know. I think that's just me, because I know a lot of people were like saying when I did the live reaction, and then when I talked about it in the last week's episode, people really did enjoy that. Just me, mind you, I'm fucking crazy. Let me know what you guys think of Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. I think this was like, for Koto's introduction, I love it. But I think Yu was acting a bit dumb. Oh, yeah, and like also to our YouTubers, like, oh, he used to be a kind boy, and like even like after the whole fucking academia bullshit, it's like, yeah, the guy's gone through a lot of shit. Even you, so you kind of bloodthirsty at first, and think Kaito's the kind of the same situation. So crawling in fear, then yeah, they want some revenge. Every person that we've seen so far in the XYZ dimension that isn't terrified out of the sky or dead is either blood hungry for fucking vengeance off academia. I think it's like a good episode. I think it's a 7. I do think though the animation did kind of take it off a little bit. Well, like it was a little bit flat. Although Galaxy Eye Cyclone Dragon, like he really his appearance. I really did like the CGI that they put on him. It's a good job on that. But overall, yeah, pretty solid episode. Let me know what you think of the comment section down below though. But that's all for me. And if you love Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I do, then you hit that like and you hit that subscribe and all that jazz. That's all for me. So thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.